electric field is applied on a charged particle of mass m, work done by electric field is QE into X. Here, this mass is given a charge Q, which is equal to energy stored in a stretched spring, which is half kx square. So from these two, I can write half kx square is QE into X. X here is so original length is L, extension is this. So diode is a semiconductor device which allows the current to flow in one direction. So when electric field is applied, so here it is forward biased and this is reverse biased. So current flow in only one direction, which implies here A is equal to C. Here, in a similar way, let us say this is D1. If D2 is connected to positive terminal, D2 is forward biased, D1 is reverse biased. So which implies current flows through B. So it's like 1001. So output is here current through C is definitely total current goes through D1. If either of inputs are high, output will be high. If both inputs are low, so diode won't conduct. And output is low. So it behaves like a OR gate. Here, time period of a body dropped in a tunnel dug along the diameter is 2 pi root. Here it is only for understanding purpose. So body is dropped through it. Due to gravity, it moved towards the center. So acceleration due to gravity at a depth d is this. When d is r, g dash becomes 0. Your net force is 0. But with acquired velocity, it moved downwards. That process continues. But when body is here, gravitational force acts towards the center, its velocity decreases. Again, with the force act on is gravitational force, it moves towards the center. Again, net force here is 0. So with acquired velocity, it moves upward direction. This process continues and it executes SHM. So whenever it executes SHM, where net force is 0, we have to consider. Slightly displace it from equilibrium position by a distance x, then you will have a net force will be mg dash, which is m into g dash is g into 1 minus d by r. That is mg r minus d. So here it is at a depth d. R minus d is nothing but x by r. So the net force here is minus mg towards the center. Acceleration is minus omega square x. Here omega square is g by r. Omega will be root of g by r. Time period 2 pi by omega r by g, which is 2 pi, radius 6,400 kilometers east. So 2 pi into 80 into 10 seconds, which is 84.6 minutes. But he says it reaches other extreme, that is not completing one revolution, only to move from A to B, half of the time period. that is which is equal to 42.3 minutes. Here rate of heat loss by Stefan's-Boltzmann law, dq by dt is T power 4 minus, so T is temperature of the body, Ts is temperature of surroundings, and E is surface area. E here is emissivity. Sigma is Stefan-Boltzmann constant. In the given, both are made of copper, emissivity will be same. And same surface area, A will be same. They are heated to the same temperature, T is same, and are allowed to cool to under same surroundings, Ts is same. Sigma is a constant, it is always same. That means for both the bodies, dq by dt is, because E is same, A same, sigma, T all are same. So ratio of rates of loss of heat will be 1:1. So, so here it is. LCR circuit means, so what it consists: inductor, capacitor, and resistor. Are connected in series or parallel. So here it is. By drawing phasor diagram where current leads or lags, we can explain. In series, current remains same. Throughout the circuit. So what we do is we draw phasor diagram, voltage versus current. So here I as reference axis, in case of inductor, voltage leads current by 90 degrees. In case of capacitor, voltage lags current by 90 degrees. And resistance, voltage is in phase with the current. Now here XL is impedance, sorry, inductive reactance. XC is capacitive reactance. So voltage across inductor I times XL. Voltage across capacitor I times XC. So XL is greater than XC. So potential difference across L greater than XC. So then phasor diagram will be, so net potential difference will be this. Here it is VL minus VC. So here voltage due to across the resistor along reference axis. The resultant voltage will be this. So in this case, voltage leads current by an angle phi. If XL is less than XC, so VL is less than VC. So here it is voltage lags current by an angle phi. If XL is XC, so current and voltage are in same phase. So A maps to F XL greater than XC, voltage current lags voltage, that is P maps to E. XL is less than XC, so current leads voltage. Option 2 is correct. Work done in adiabatic process is equal to NR into T1 minus T2 by gamma minus 1. Here it is 1 mole and universal gas constant, he given it as 47, 27 minus 35. Gamma value also given. So 8.47 into minus 8 by 0.4, which gives minus joules. Here, what we have to find out is maximum displacement current, which is I naught root 2 times I RMS. I RMS is V RMS by Z. In AC supply, voltage is 2 volts. Impedance is, it is RC circuit. So R square plus XC square. So resistance, we know it, 10 ohms. So XC will be 1 by omega C, 2 pi f into C. Here he given frequency as 50 by pi. Omega is 2 pi n. So omega is 100. And capacitance, it is 1000 microfarad, let us take. We get here 1 by 10 power minus 1, which is 10. So then you'll have 2 by 10 root 2, which is root 2 by 10. So I naught will be root 2 times root 2 by 10, so which is K. 100K will be 2 by 10 into 100. So 20 amperes. So here uniform rod of length 2 meters lying on horizontal surface. The work done in joules in raising one end of the rod with other end contact with the surface. Rod makes an angle 30 degrees with the horizontal. So length of the rod 2 meters. So weight acts to center of mass. So here, if you take referential axis as this, potential energy is 0. Now here potential energy is, so it's mass G, it is L by 2, and effective height will be sine 30, which is h by x. H will be x by 2. So x here is, which is half of the length, L by 4. So it is mgh, that is mg into L by 4. So 2 into 5, length is 2 meters. So by 4, which is 5 meters. Mass is 1 minute. Mass is 5, 10. Effective length is this, which is 25 meters. Sorry, 25 joules. So here, when two bubbles of radii 2 meters and 3 meters, they touch each other. So in this process, one presses other. So here, this interface or this contact becomes a arc of some other circle. So whose radius is capital R. So here, let us say it is 1, 2. Pressure, assume that soap bubble. Pressure inside 3 will be 40 by R. So this pressure, so inside this you have a pressure P1. Inside this you have a pressure P2. So effective net pressure will be P1 minus P2. 40 by R1 minus 40 by R2. From here, R2 minus R1 by R will be R1 R2 by this. So 6 by 3 minus 2, which is 6 mm. Here, two beams of light incident. So let us assume incident of one light beam is this, incident of second light beam. Resultant intensity, we have a formula I1 plus I2 2 root I1 I2 cos phi. Here phi is phase difference. So here I plus 4I plus 2 root I 4I, and phase difference is pi by 2. I plus 4I 0, 5I. In second case, that is at B, this is at A. At B, it's I plus 4I, 2I root of 4I cos pi. 5I plus 4I into minus 1, which is I. And he is asking difference between resultant intensities 5I minus I, which is 4I. So value of K is 4. Here, two persons having masses 50 kg and 60 kg. So here it's a long board. So person A is sitting at one end, person B is sitting at other end. So this entire thing is one system. So here it is, both center of mass will be at the center. Here mass of A 50 kg. mass of B will be 60 kg. So center of mass will be obvious heavier body. So if you assume this as reference point 0, its length he given 4 meters. So this will be at minus 2 meters. It will be both center of mass, considering it as origin. So B, person B is located at 2 comma 0. It's only coordinate system. A is located at minus 2 comma 0. Say both mass is M1, which is 40 kg. Say here A's mass is M2. Center of mass will be M1x1 plus M2x2 plus sigma Mi. M1 plus M3y3 is M1 plus M2 plus M3. Here all y coordinates are 0. It is obviously 0. So M1 40 into 0, 50 into minus 2 plus 60 into 2 by 50 plus 40 plus 60, which is 100 minus 120 minus 100, 150. So center of mass will be at a distance 2 by 15 meters from the center of mass of a boat. If they come to the middle of the boat, since persons are part of the system, there is no external force. So center of mass will be at the same position. So only what will happen when persons move towards here, center, so boat will shift. So towards the center, sorry, towards this point, because center of mass will be same. When persons are here, all minus, they take this as a reference axis. Now both center of mass will be at 2 by 15. The 2 by 15 is k by 3. So k will be 2 by 5 meters, which is 40 centimeters. Two parallel long wires carrying current I. So magnetic field due to infinite wire at a distance d is mu naught I by 2 pi. Here one wire, I1 current is passing through one wire. the magnetic field at a point P, midway between, let us assume that 2D, that midway between them, once current passing through this, so at a point P, magnetic field will be, suppose thumb if you put in the direction of current, the fingers will be like this. So it is inwards. When put finger here, so current will be, current carrying through this wire is I2, magnetic field at a point P due to this current is outwards. So net magnetic field at P will be B1 minus B2 mu naught 2 pi D I1 minus mu naught I2 by 2 pi. If current are in opposite direction, then net magnetic field will be at P B1 plus B2 mu naught I1 plus I2 by 2 pi D, which he given it as 30 micro Tesla. Here it is. So it is first. So B1 minus B2 by B1 plus B2, which is I1 minus I2 by 10 by 30, which gives you, after simplification, 3I1 minus 3I2 is I1 plus I2. So here it is I1 is 2I2. I1 by I2 is this. Horizontal telegraph wire whose length is 0.5 kilometers, which is 500 meters. So, and moving from east to west, whose resistance is 2.5 ohms. Here, so here it's Earth, geographic North Pole, so geographic South Pole, geographic North. At the same time, it's magnetic North, so magnetic South Pole. Field lines will be from magnetic North to magnetic South. And here it is, wire is moving towards the Earth, and it is in magnetic east-west direction, and it is falling on the Earth's surface with a velocity is root 2 GH. G is 10, H is 5 meters. So this is 10 meter per second. Once any conducting wire moving in a magnetic field at right triangles, EMF is induced, motional EMF. That induced EMF is BVL. So that will be like this. He is asking current induced is E by R. So B here is, and velocity is 10, length is 500 by resistance is 2.5. So here it is 1000, 10,000, which is 10 power minus 1 by 2.5, which is 0.04 amperes. So radius of nth Bohr orbit 0.53 n square by z. For hydrogen atom, so z value is 1.53 n square. Let us say kn square. So radius of n plus 1th orbit. So difference between nth and n plus 1th orbit will be which is equal to radius of n minus 1th Bohr orbit here you get n into n can't be 0. So the value of n is 4. Here to find potential difference between n and m. So let us choose a path in the direction of flow of current. So then potential at this point Vm. So there will be a potential drop across the resistance, that is 0.5 into R. So if it is current is moving from higher potential to lower potential, there is a potential drop, and a battery has internal resistance. Due to this another internal other potential drop, here it is 2 times 0.5, and here from lower to higher, that is potential gain across resistor, potential drop I here is 0.5 into 1, which is finally, after all these operations, potential at n will be Vn. Here it is 0.5, I here is 0.5, 0.5 into 6, here it is 1, minus 6, minus 0.5 into 6, potential drop here, 6. So across resistor, potential drop 0.5 into 1. Here it is 2 into 0.5. So lower to higher potential gain across resistor, potential drop Vm minus 2 minus 10 plus 8 minus zero point 0.5, it is minus 1. So Vm minus Vn is 3. In the question it is asking Vn minus Vm, which is minus.